Okay, let's get to the heart of the matter. We're here to choose Pine Valley's Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year. Nominations?
I nominate Edmund Gray. He truly cares about our charming little hamlet. He cares about its people, its problems, and he's so photogenic.
Darling, your fantasies are showing. Go easy on the wine. Okay.
You know, I think that Man of the Year sounds a little sexist. I mean, we could be leaving ourselves wide open to lawsuits. So I therefore nominate a woman whose business savvy is equaled only by her great beauty.
Oh, Palmer, that's so sweet of you.
I'm referring, of course, to my dear wife, Opal.
Oh, Palmer, I am blushing.
Smacks of free publicity to me.
Well, I mean, mega thanks, but I pass.
Why, Mama?
Well, I'm not Woman of the Year material. I mean, really. And anyway, I'm much too busy now. But you got my vote, Linda.
I nominate Brian Decker.
The new dry cleaner?
Yes, he's wonderful.
And single.
What are you implying?
Don't waste your time, darling. Decker's starch is limited to his shirts.
Marion, you've gone out with him.
Sure, he's got a pulse. He's Marion's kind of guy.
It takes a lot more than a pulse to satisfy me, darling. Don't you remember?
Do you?
Oh, Lord.
I nominate Charlie Brent. He's a small businessman who performs a valuable service.
So noted.
I nominate the only person truly qualified to win this prestigious award. A man whose business empire continues to create jobs, generate tax revenue. A man who gives selflessly of his time and himself to the hospital board. My husband, Dmitri Marek.
Some people will do anything to get that picture in the paper.
Oh, now, Marion, I certainly don't need local press to inflate my ego. You should be aware of the fact that Tad has begged me to have my own TV show. So, another challenge, another triumph. And, where was I? Yes, of course. My husband, Dmitri Marek, should be Man of the Year.
No more so than Brian Decker.
Well, what about our sweet Edmund? He worked terribly hard.
Oh, now, come on, let's think about this. Charlie Brent has got everything that we need.
Children, please. None of your nominees has enough votes to win a majority. So, I would like to nominate the perfect candidate. We'll have to change the award to Woman of the Year.
Well, clearly you mean me. Thank you, Adam.
The Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year should be Brooke English. Brooke is a perfect choice for Woman of the Year. With her at the helm, Tempo magazine has achieved national recognition. And besides her invaluable contributions to truth and justice and values that we as Americans hold dear to our hearts, she's donated a great deal of her time and talent and money to several worthwhile causes.
Not to mention she's the ideal working mother. Jamie's very proud of his mom. I am too.
Brooke is courageous. She's committed.
My darling niece has continued the English family tradition of noblesse oblige. I think Brooke English will make the perfect Woman of the Year.
Excuse me.
Here we go.
I take it you have a problem with my nominee?
Oh, yes, just one. Brooke can't hold a stick to Dmitri. Yes, she may have a flair with prose, but Dmitri Marek has a flair with business, with creating jobs, with making money.
Which she can't spend fast enough.
This is a Chamber of Commerce award. This is not a popularity contest. I mean, just because Brooke English happens to have been married to most of the men here, that doesn't mean that she should win this.
They're even on that one.
You know, profit is not the only criteria for this award. I would say service to the community is just as important, if not more so.
When it comes to servicing the community, Marion's got this hands down.
What was that, Tad, darling?
I was just saying that Ed Adams got a very, very good point. Servicing the community is important.
It certainly is, and the Marek family has been funding the Summer Music Festival for ages.
Yes, admirably so. But Brooke is intent on helping those less fortunate than herself. Her involvement with the homeless shelter is a perfect example. Enid, do you have something to say?
Yes. With regards to the homeless shelter,
Yes, what about it?
Grace Munson has told me that Nancy Purdom told her that conditions down there at that shelter are absolutely deplorable.
Ooh, an eyewitness account. Who can argue with that?
All right, fine. Fine. Just dismiss my concerns. Go ahead. Just ram through this nomination and embarrass the whole chamber. But don't say that I didn't warn you.
Brooke would never allow that homeless shelter to be anything less than the best. She poured every cent of our divorce settlement into it.
Might just possibly be that she is interested in other things these days.
Well, I knew she's been looking for a man.
Afraid of a little competition?
Look, the point is, how can Brooke possibly be Woman of the Year when we all know that that homeless shelter has become one of the most dangerous places in town?
That shelter is not half as dangerous as your gossip mongering.
I beg your pardon?
That shelter is safe and clean and does a first-rate job for those who need it.
And when were you there last?
I don't remember. When were you?
Back when it was safe. The Daughters of Fine Lineage donated some clothing there once.
So your charges are based on hearsay?
Nancy and Grace have no reason to lie.
Oh, sure they do. It's their only creative outlet.
Property owners in that area are alarmed. That much I know.
They are bigots who don't want a shelter next to their homes.
Would you?
This is not about me.
There's a first for everything.
This is about trying to choose someone who exemplifies duty and support and dedication to Pine Valley. And who better than Brooke English? Hers is a legacy of giving. Her time, her money, her passion, she's poured them all into that shelter because she cares about people and wants to help them. And not because she wants to brag about it at her bridge club or because she wants publicity. It's because she's deep down in the core of her soul, she's a good, kind, beautiful, loving woman. There are those who would say that she cares too much, that she drives herself too hard. But I think this chamber should send a message that caring enough to help other people is laudable, not laughable. I urge you all to vote for Brooke English as Pine Valley's Woman of the Year.
Adam, you make her sound like a cross between Madame Curie and Mother Teresa.
Well, I'm glad you see my point.
Are we going to allow Adam Chandler to shove his nominee down our throat?
As much as I hate to agree with Adam on anything, ever, I do about this. I think that Brooke should definitely be our Woman of the Year. No one can dispute the fact that Brooke cares about Pine Valley. For instance, she knew that Matthew Calloway's re-election was a bad idea for this district, so she asked me to investigate the late congressman. Now, she could have easily folded to pressure for Tempo to back Calloway, but she didn't, because it was the right thing to do. Just like electing her Woman of the Year is the right thing to do.
Bravo, my dear boy. You know, my niece could have been a dilettante, but she chose not to shop till she dropped. Instead, she took a little-known magazine and took it all the way up to national prominence by doing such articles in the magazine as child abuse, spousal abuse, breast cancer, bigotry. She has certainly done her family and her community proud. So being Woman of the Year isn't just her reward, it's her due.
Spoken like a true dowager of frayed lineage.
Tad, dear, I hope you're not going to let Erica's sour grapes taint your Orsini wine.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, this entire Brooke English brouhaha is ridiculous. Dimitri has done more for Pine Valley.
Let Brooke have this one and you can have all the rest. Huh?
I think Mert might be right this time.
Well, I say we vote.
Second the motion.
So noted. All those in favor of Brooke English for Woman of the Year, say aye.
Aye.
I think it's official. Brooke English is Woman of the Year. This meeting is adjourned. Members are welcome to stay for dessert. I have to get back to work. Thank you very much.
Will you excuse me?
Of course.
I have a little unfinished business over here. Thanks. Tad? About my TV show.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to thank me.
Thank you for that incompetent staff you saddled me with.
You handpicked them.
Are you kidding? Byron has got to go.
Erica, Byron is the best director in television.
Byron couldn't direct traffic on a one-way street. Now, I insist that you replace Byron before I tape that show tomorrow.
Oh, no. Darling, don't you worry. Your kid's gonna be all right.